everyone, welcome back to today's video and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2018. I hope you guys all had such a great holiday and a Happy New Year. It has been a little bit since I filmed a video. It's been about 2 weeks since I filmed a video. I kind of have been taking this time off. My kids are off from school and I've just been relaxing and hanging out with family. We took a family vacation and I've just been in the moment and just kind of trying to stay off of social media for a little bit. You just need that break every now and then. I just kind of put work to the side for a little bit, which is so hard for me, but I feel so good now and so refreshed to be back. And what we're doing today, I have some super fun videos. I love filming these type of videos. We are going back into 2017 and we're going to discuss my favorite makeup of 2017. I also picked out my favorite skincare of 2017, and then that's going to be coming up in the video next as well. But yeah, we had to separate those because this would be an insanely long video if I did all my favorites together. So today we're talking about makeup, and like I was telling you guys on my Instagram, it was actually really easy picking out my favorites of the year because everything I'm sharing with you guys in this video, you've heard me talk about so often throughout the year. But when I'm looking at all these products, like when I sit down to do my makeup in the morning, like this is what I'm constantly reaching for. This is pretty much, if I would put all of these together in a look, this is pretty much like my daily look. And I've used all of these throughout the entire year. So yeah, let's just jump into it. We're doing makeup today. Stick around for skincare coming up, but let's get started. All right, guys, we are gonna start out with foundation first because foundation is my thing. I love foundation. I love testing out foundation. It's my favorite makeup item to kind of try out and just, I don't know, foundation is just the thing for me. I love it so much. This is gonna come of no surprise whatsoever because I've been using this throughout the entire year. I use this every single day in my real life. When I travel, this is what I take. These are my go-to foundations. What we're talking about is the Osmosis CC creams and the Osmosis. This is the new Performance Wear Satin Foundation. These are just the bomb foundations. I am so impressed and so in love with these. As you guys know, when I discovered the Osmosis skincare, the Osmosis makeup, that was actually January of last year where I discovered that line and brought that line onto Premier Look. I have used their makeup, their skincare the entire year. So it is definitely a huge love of mine. The Osmosis makeup products are all mineral based, so they're better for your skin. They don't have a lot of those harsh chemicals and just things that we don't want on our skin. I have found them to be so gentle and so amazing on my skin. Like I said, I reach for these on a daily basis. This is what I just packed with me on my vacation, and this is what I pack anytime I go out of town. I just pretty much pack these foundations, and what I do is just actually mix and match. Some days I'll just wear the Osmosis CC cream. It's very light coverage, but it looks like skin. It doesn't settle into my pores and just makes my skin look so smooth and hydrated and lifted. I am obsessed with these. And then this is their newer foundation, like I said, which is actually what I have on now. I actually have a combination of a pump of this and a pump of this mixed together, which I like to do too. It kind of gives me a little bit of a dewier look than just this alone. This is a satin finish. So when I'm a little bit more dry skin, I'll just kind of mix and match these together. But this is fabulous. This never cakes on you. It never settles into lines. It looks like skin the entire day. It's a good medium to full coverage and it is beautiful. It will last you a good 12 hours on your skin with looking perfect. These have just been my absolute go-to foundations. Like I said, I have tried many foundations since these, and I am always going back to these. Like I compare everything that I use to these because they are so insanely good. So I won't get into them any further because you've heard me talk about them so much, but these are definitely my go-to favorites of the year. So moving on, let's talk about some powders to either set your makeup, to use as foundation. I have both options here. The Well People, what is this? The Bio Brightening Powder, that's what it's called. Oh my gosh, when I discovered this, I completely fell in love. I did a whole video on this, comparing this to the La Mer powder, because honestly, this is just as good as the La Mer powder, if not better. It doesn't look like powder. This is a translucent powder, but it's hydrating to the skin, and it gives your skin the most soft focus, like a little bit of a glow. Like it is honestly insanely gorgeous. I mean, it's a matte powder, but it just gives you like that hydrated look where it never looks powdery. And I always felt the same about the La Mer powder, which is like a $100 powder. This is like $22. This literally does the exact same thing, and it's all natural. It's the Well People, so it's organic, it's all natural, and it's simply amazing. You've heard me talk about this so much. Absolutely love this. For my translucent powder, this is my go-to. Now moving on to powders that I use when I want more coverage, when I want a powder foundation. This is just the most brilliant powder ever, and I use it almost every single day. It's the Osmosis powders. This is their pressed base. I have it in natural medium, natural dark, and natural light. I use all 3 different shades just depending on where I am, like self-tanning wise or pale wise like I am right now. I always grab for these. They're just beautiful on the skin. They never look like powder. They have the best coverage, oh my gosh, of any powder foundation I've ever tried, that you can get such a beautiful coverage with them without at all looking like powder, which I find with a lot of powder foundations to be extremely difficult. I always feel with a lot of powder foundations, or you know, foundations like this, where if I go to set my makeup or if I go to use it as foundation alone, if I try to get more coverage, it just looks like powder, you know, on my skin, and it just doesn't look right. This powder is completely different. I use this to set my foundations all the time. The combination of the Osmosis CC cream, because this is a light coverage, this is a very natural looking foundation. If I want more coverage from this, all I have to do is pull out this powder and dust this on my skin, and you have the most insanely gorgeous finish, insanely gorgeous looking, just flawless skin, and you don't look like you have makeup on at all. Like, this powder is pure genius. This is actually what I use on very minimal makeup days as well. I will take a little concealer, do my under eye concealer, do any spot concealing, and then just take a big fluffy brush and then just use this all over my skin, and I'm out the door, because it is so flawless and so beautiful, and because my skin never looks powdery. This is actually a powder that I can use even when I have very dry skin. Like right now, it is so insanely cold here in Atlanta. It's like been like below 30. So it is so cold. My skin is definitely more dry right now. I can still use this powder and it never looks cakey or powdery. Like I said, it's just a pure genius powder. I cannot live without this anymore. I use it so much. So speaking of concealer, there were definitely 2 concealers that really stood out for me this year when I thought back. I mean, again, I tried so many different concealers, but the first one that I wore a lot throughout the beginning of the year, pretty much, I mean, I did a video on this back then too, and I wore it constantly. It's that Sicily Photo Eclat. It's the eye concealer with botanical extracts. I use this for a huge part of the year, and it's absolutely beautiful. I still pull this out on occasion and I still wear it. It is so flawless under the eye. It is like a nice cream where if you have very dry under eyes, it doesn't accentuate dryness. It covers dark circles like a dream, and it doesn't crease, and it is so good for more mature under eyes. And this number 1 shade that I use is a beautiful like peachy tone where it just brightens my under eyes so insanely well. Like, it just is flawless under my eyes, and I need to start pulling this out again and using it more, because I kind of forgot about it, because my love for the Dermablend concealer is so insanely just high right now, because I just can't get enough of it. So this is just one that I would definitely, I mean, this is one I would definitely recommend. I used it so much throughout the year, and I definitely will still use this. It is beautiful. And like I was saying, the Dermablend is kind of my later half of the year find, and it's the Dermablend, the Smooth Liquid Camo Concealer. This one comes out in a wand, and this one is way more liquidy versus more of that cream type of the Sicily. This one comes in a doe foot applicator. It is the most ultra thin consistency, where when you blend it under your eyes, you blend it on any spot concealing around your face, it just pretty much like becomes one with your skin, and you don't even feel like you're putting product on your face. Like, it's so lightweight. It also doesn't crease, it doesn't budge, it doesn't accentuate lines, it doesn't accentuate dryness. Again, everything you want out of a concealer. This is what I'm wearing today. I have just been blown away by this product. So 2 concealers of the year right here. Moving on to blushes, the RMS Beauty, the Lip to Cheeks. Now this is just one. I have many colors of these. This is a cream blush, and I'm just so obsessed with these. Again, I've used these throughout the entire year. This is actually what I have on my cheeks today for my blush. So the RMS Beauty, I travel with these. I use these on a daily basis. I have used these throughout the entire year. Definitely you knew these were coming in this video, as well as I have 3 powder blushes. Now again, I travel with these. When I travel with the product, you know it is like a go-to staple of mine. And these were just along for the ride on vacation as well. The Osmosis blushes, the Glow blushes, and the 100% pure, the organic blushes. These 3, I love all of these for powder blushes. They're absolutely unbelievable. They are like silky smooth. I did a whole video where I kind of duped a lot of these more healthy mineral options, organic options to your Tom Fords, to your Chanels, and you would not believe like how similar and even honestly how much better these are than your Chanel blushes. Like how they lay on your skin is simply flawless. The ingredients are so much better for your skin. I actually did a little Google search on my favorite like Chanel blushes. Well, they used to be my favorites. I used to be obsessed with Chanel blushes. I did a little Google search on a bunch of the ingredients in there. I mean, even just scanning them, I knew some of the ingredients. I was like, not good, not good. But I Googled a lot of the ingredients and you would just be so surprised. Like they're just not good for your skin. So I don't know, as you guys know, I've been really into just finding healthier options. You know, I take such good care of my skin. I take such pride in like healthy skin. Why am I destroying it by putting on makeup that has like these horrible chemicals? So these three kind of powder options I absolutely love. Now, as the year has progressed, I have found even more blushes. I love the vapor blushes now. There's so many more blush options out there that I've just been falling in love with. But like I was saying, throughout the entire year, these three brands have been my go-to for like powder blushes. Moving on to bronzers. Now bronzers, as you guys know, I love bronzers as well. I have quite the bronzer addiction. I go through and I test out and I try so many bronzers, but thinking back again throughout the year, these are the ones I've reached for so much. We'll start with these, the Cover FX. These are the custom enhancer drops. Ever since these came out, I have been so in love with these. These are a liquid kind of dropper version of bronzer, which you would think would be kind of hard to use, but you kind of just drop it on the back of your hand and then I just dab it on to wherever I want to bronze up and then take a beauty blender and just kind of blend it in. They blend so easily and so nice. I have both color options, the darker one and the lighter tan one. And they're so beautiful, you guys. Again, they just melt into your skin. They give you the perfect bronze look, and I absolutely love those. Next, we have the Hourglass blushes. I am so in love with the Hourglass blushes. These are just some of my absolute favorites. I use two different shades that I wear all the time, Luminous Bronze Light and the new one, the diffused something. I wanted to bring them both up, but I completely forgot my other one. But both of those Hourglass bronzers I constantly use. They give your skin the most beautiful bronze glow to your skin. I love bronzers that are not a flat matte. I like it to have a little bit of that glow, and that's exactly what these do. So these definitely have been used quite often this year. Some other powder bronzers that you guys have heard me talk about nonstop. This is probably my favorite bronzer of life. And I'm not joking, you guys. It's so insanely good. It's the Glow bronzer in the shade Sunlight, and I kind of rediscovered it again this year. This was a favorite years ago of mine, and I used to wear it constantly. And then being on YouTube, testing out so much makeup all the time, I kind of had just put this one aside. And then once I started getting back into like my healthier makeup, I was like, you know what? Let me pull out my Glow bronzer again. And I'm like, okay, there it is. This is why I love it so much. If you watched my video where I did the dupes with the healthy makeup, this is seriously an exact dupe for the Tom Ford Gold Dust bronzer. It's honestly identical on the skin. It gives that nice, like really pretty light glow to your skin, and it's just beautiful. Like I love it so much. I actually have this on today over top of the Brianna RMS bronzer, which I will share with you guys in a minute, but that's a love. The Osmosis bronzer, again, I pull this out constantly, wear this one constantly as well. Silky smooth, so beautiful on the skin, blends in, does not look like powder. Telling you, amazing. And the RMS Brianna bronzer for a cream bronzer, hands down my absolute favorite. So this is what I have on today for my bronzer, and then I just took some of that Glow Sunlight bronzer and just kind of sweeped it around on top of it. I kind of like to mix and match it like that too. But this is just absolutely fabulous. I think I've gone through 2 of these so far, and it's just, like I said, my favorite cream. Highlighters of 2017, definitely had to include this. I use this quite often. Cover FX, again, custom enhancer drops. This is the shade Sunlight. Again, it comes in a dropper form, and this will give you an intense, beautiful glow, but it's not shimmery, it's not chunky, but if you want to glow, like these are where it's at. It's so insanely beautiful. Absolutely love these. The other one, again, Cover FX. This is the powder version, and this is the Moonlight one. I use this so much. I took this on vacations with me, and honestly, I feel like it's not even like showing much use, but I use this so much. I mean, it's highlight, so I guess you just dust on a little bit, but it's absolutely beautiful. Again, this is actually a more calmed down version version to the drops. Like this is an intense glow, but still like intense, but so amazing at the same time. But this is a more like calm down version where it's gonna be a powder, but it's so soft looking, but still glowy and beautiful at the same time. This would be great for more, again, more mature skin because it's a little more calm, but still just beautiful and never accentuated like texture or lines or anything like that. Just absolutely love this one. And then talking about my cream addiction highlighters, the RMS highlighters, again, I've just used these constantly. This is the newer quad, but I do have a lot of the individual highlighters as well. And I just use them all the time. Like I've used them throughout the entire year. Absolutely beautiful, best cream options for sure, as well as my newer cream option, but I had to add this in here because it's just been a complete addiction of mine. The Parchment shade right here in this cream contour and highlight palette. This is the highlight that I have on today, and you guys see me wear this all the time. I just love it so much. So even though this only came out a few months ago, it's definitely one that I had to include in here because it made a big impact this year to my highlighter collection. Moving on to eye products. All right, this is very easy because this is what I wear so much. It's the Armani eye tints. I just love these so much. I mean, they come in so many different shades, mattes, shimmers. They come out in a little doe foot wand like so. And I just apply them with my finger, with a brush. These are so easy to get out the door super quick and just have like a beautiful eye look. So what I did today is I took one of these shades. It was like this brown shade right here. And I used that just along the crease and kind of like the outer V. And then I took my other favorite product, my favorite eye product of the year. And as I've mentioned before, it's this right here. It's the Charlotte Tilbury, the Eyes to Mesmerize Marie Antoinette. That's what I have all over my eyes. So I have the eye tint on, and then I have this on all over the lid. It's a cream eyeshadow. These are just so beautiful. I have every single color. The Marie Antoinette one is definitely my favorite though, because it's like a beautiful kind of like taupey bronze. I just love them. Like I reach for cream eyeshadows all the time because it's just so easy to like do a quick look and make it look amazing and just be out the door so fast, rather than like blending eyeshadows, like getting everything to blend well. And if you have drier lids, cream shadows are your best friend because I know like right now everything on me is dry. So if I would use powder on my eyes right now, I just feel like it'll be like crumbly and like flaky, whereas cream eyeshadows just like blend so effortlessly and seamlessly on your eye, and they're just so easy to work with. So definitely been my go-to of the year for sure. These cream eyeshadows are the best. Mascaras, this is an easy one. The MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara for my lower eyelashes. I think this is all I've used, not only for the past year, but previous years at the same time, because it's amazing. It's just one of those little perfect black little wands that just, you know, really accentuate your lower lashes, but doesn't leave you with like crumbly black flakes all over or raccoon eyes throughout the day. Just my favorite. Then for my upper lash mascara, you know, again, I test out so many mascaras throughout the year. I'm always trying and testing what's new and what comes out and what's hyped up. But when I go back and I think like this mascara has kind of like stood with me throughout the entire year, and I do always go back to this one. And it's just one of those things where it's like, it's so good, yet you want to try the things, but then you come back to it because you remember why it's so good. It's the Revitalash Volumizing Mascara. You know, this is one, it's what I'm wearing today. It's one that if you go back to so many previous videos of mine throughout the year, you will see that this is what I'm wearing. It's just so volumizing, so black. It has like the perfect brush. Revitalash is like one of my favorite brands ever because their products just simply are amazing. And this mascara is no different. I absolutely love it. If you want that like volumized false eyelash look that just, you know, doesn't flake off or look, you know, heavy or, you know, like spider eyes or something like that, like this is just the most flawless mascara. So definitely my fave. I didn't really have any lip options to share with you guys because I do, again, try so many different like lipsticks and lip glosses. I'm not really loyal to like one certain thing or certain lip gloss or anything like that. But this one right here, this lip liner is one that has, I've worn this so many. I think I've gone through a couple of these and I never finish a lip liner ever. It's the Charlotte Tilbury, the Iconic Nude. It's what I have on today. It is so perfect for your nude lips because it's a little bit of a darker nude nude. So it really outlines your lips so beautifully. It can kind of, you know, make your lips appear a little bit plumper. Easily one of my favorites of the year for sure. Now I have found some more recent favorites that I really love as well. But thinking back throughout the entire year, I mean, honestly, I pretty much wore this like every single day. So definitely, I mean, this is such an amazing, amazing lip liner. All right, we're gonna finish off with removing your makeup. Now, I just discovered these not that long ago, but I'm so in love with them, you guys. It's the RMS Beauty. These are the Ultimate Makeup Remover Wipes, and I shared these with you guys. They come in little individual packets. It's basically coconut oil. Like that's all that's on these wipes. What I do, because you don't have to wet them, but when you do wet them a little bit with water, oh my gosh, they take off your makeup so insanely well, and it leaves your skin hydrated and feeling so fresh and clean. I never use makeup wipes ever because the ingredients in makeup wipes are so bad for your skin. So I will never put a makeup wipe to my skin, but I don't usually like travel with like Bioderma or anything like where I usually take off my makeup with that. These, hands down, are the best way to remove your makeup. Like, I actually started removing my makeup with a jar of coconut oil because it's so much healthier for your skin, and especially if you have dry skin, remove your makeup with coconut oil and your skin is gonna feel so refreshed and so hydrated at the same time. So this is just a convenient travel way to kind of remove your makeup. But like I said, now that I'm kind of at home, and even before I bought these, I've actually been taking off my makeup with pure, you know, unrefined, organic coconut oil, and it just is so amazing for removing your makeup. So there is my year in review of favorite makeup items of 2017. Definitely, you have heard me talk about all of these multiple times. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I hope you guys have a fabulous start to the year and have a fabulous 2018. I can't wait to see what this year holds. Thank you guys so much for watching and starting the new year out with me today. Don't forget to thumbs up if you enjoyed. All of these products are going to be listed down below in the description box for you guys as well. But don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed too, and I will see you next time. Bye.